Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I want to talk about a very disturbing trend in the fitness industry: starvation diets for teens as a method to lose weight and get ripped. Before I get into this topic, if you have any questions or comments, check out the link below. Come on over, submit your questions. The best questions I turn into videos just like this. All right, so I was perusing a couple of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of, and one of Every Damn Day Fitness's moderators brought to my attention that the snake diet guy, Cole or whatever his name is, had posted on his wall, Instagram wall, I believe, or Facebook. I don't really know. I didn't look at it too closely, but I did read the post. He was featuring a picture of a 14-year-old that had used a starvation diet to go from a little bit chunky down to a more reasonable body type. And it was extremely disturbing. I mean, I've made videos about the snake diet before. The snake diet, I don't want to, whenever I talk about the snake diet, somebody would come along and tout the benefits of fasting. And, I'm okay with short-term fasting, 1, 2, 3 days or whatever. I'm okay with that. But as a long-term method of weight loss, there are too many things that are inherently bad about this approach. Obviously, you're going to feel like crap. That's a big one. You're going to lose your focus. You're going to feel weak. You're going to feel dizzy. You're going to feel all kinds of negative side effects. And it's going to be extremely difficult for the average individual to function normally. And that's a big issue for many of us with real jobs and real careers. Besides that, there's a number of health risks and health issues that come with starvation. It's just not the way to go. Now, obviously, the biggest issue is that it doesn't course correct bad behavior. The reason why people gain weight, and this is my biggest issue with any fad diet, the snake diet or any other diet, fad diet, is that it doesn't course correct the core issues that cause the weight gain. When people are gaining fat, it's not because they're eating too many potatoes, too many stalks of asparagus, and too many chicken breasts. That's not how it works. When people are getting fat, they have bad habits. They're binge eating, usually binge eating the wrong foods. They're taking in a lot of liquid calories. They're abusing their bodies in unhealthy ways, eating a lot of processed foods, a lot of canned foods, all kind of crap. So when you do a starvation type of diet, not only is it foolish, not only is it physically foolish, not only is it bad for health, and I know there's going to be a lot of people that want to, bark up my tree and call me an idiot for saying that, but you know what? It's idiotic, it's foolish, but not only is it a bad decision, but it also doesn't address the issues that made someone fat. We know that almost everyone that loses weight gains the weight back over time and more. We know that when people go on diets, a huge majority of individuals not only regain the weight, but they gain more weight back. Why is that? Because they're looking for a short-term fix. They're looking for a fad diet to correct the issues, and they're not looking for a long-term solution, a new eating lifestyle. Now back to teens and starvation. When a teen comes to me and wants advice about nutrition, obviously I'm not into counseling teens. I'm not going to counsel teens. Beyond this, I'm going to tell them, what are you eating that's wrong? What are you eating that's bad? Processed food, chips, cookies, cakes, all that kind of stuff. I'm never going to advocate that they go under a calorie restriction. For a teen that is still growing and maturing, from the organs to the brain to height, all the systems in the body, calorie restriction is not the way to go. Along the same lines, just taking that further, starvation in that light is completely foolish. It's completely irresponsible. It is the most idiotic thing a teen could do. When a teen comes to me and wants to lose weight or wants to be healthier, I tell them, don't focus on losing weight. Focus on cleaning up your diet and listening to your diet and eating a healthy amount of food. A teen, more than any of us, because they're still young, needs to learn how to eat and eat healthy, not just so they can lose a little bit of fat, but so they can live a long, healthy life, so they don't get to 300 pounds by the time they're age 26. And we see kids like this all over the place. So here we have the guy, the snake diet guy, Cole. And you know what? If an adult wants to go out, and starve the weight off, you know what? That's their decision. They can do whatever the heck they want, even though it's one of the worst ways to lose weight. But one of the downsides of pushing this information out there and tolerating this type of bad advice, tolerating it as a fitness community, is that our children are going to start to believe that it's okay. So we need to stand up for stuff. We need to stand up and speak against stuff like this, just like I'm doing now. We need to stand for health. We need to stand for longevity. We do not need to remain silent when we have idiots in the fitness community like the snake diet guy out there pushing starvation. And our kids are going to think, you know, I'm fat. I'm just going to use this as a quick fix. You know what? It's so dangerous, so irresponsible. And anybody that's out there pushing information like this or pushing extreme lifestyles like this, this is the ramification. It's going to trickle down to our children. So I'm all about the free exchange of information. But along those lines, when you have a nutbag out there that's pushing starvation, and not just pushing starvation, but when a 14-year-old uses starvation to lose weight, they feature this kid on their social media. You know what? When you get to that level, it's time that people start criticizing you en masse. So, you know, I'm all for the free exchange of information, but, you know, when it gets to the point where you have somebody like Cole, the snake diet guy, lifting up, you know, featuring a 14-year-old, it's time to fight back against this guy, and it's time to tell him, it's time to speak up about the dangers of starvation diets in full force. That's what I'm doing. I hope you guys will join me. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, check out the link below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching, and
stay sexy and subscribe. It's an awesomest channel.
Oh, she's
and the
too
holiday
kind.
too.
Hey, we ran a marathon.